Welcome. You've been breathing all your life and you're still alive, so you must really know how to do it. Why did the yogis talk about the breath? Because breathing a 2-second inhale and a 2-second exhale is extremely different for your brain chemistry than breathing a 5-second inhale and a 5-second exhale. If you're upset, you might be breathing a 1-second inhale and a 1-second exhale. We don't think about the breath. We're thinking about life, getting the work done, getting the enjoying, relaxing done, whatever it is. And so what I'm here to talk about today is how you breathe affects your mood. And if you want to change your mood, there's a simple breath that I'm going to teach you that can help to change your mood within 6 minutes. Mood is a thing where we can say things that we wish we hadn't, where emotions cloud our inner intelligence and our inner knowing. So first of all, where do you put the air when you inhale? This is the first thing the yogis worked on, that if you breathe shallow, the thinking will be shallow. And sometimes when you tell people to inhale, they'll inhale into their shoulders. This is not going to give you the increased clarity and awareness and calmness to really steer the boat of your life the way you'll be happy tomorrow with what you decided yesterday. So first of all, if you keep this stomach area tight, for whatever reason, many of us have that training, it will prevent you from getting into the lower lobes of the lungs with most of your breath, because that's where 90% of your oxygen gets absorbed, according to the yogis, in these lower lobes. Western medicine, the yogic knowledge, very different. And a lot of times the scientists take time to experiment and find out things that the yogis figured out a long time ago. But for you, if you're lying down on the couch or the floor or the bed and you just bend your knees, put the feet flat and inhale, lift, breathe into the belly where your hand is and let the breath lift the hand, and exhale, let it go in. This is the first place to start to help relax, because if this place is tight, your stomach, diaphragm, solar plexus, this will be uptight. And so the yogis figured that out, that first of all, you want to actually inhale the breath, the belly goes out. Don't inhale and go in, which sometimes people have trained themselves to do that. You want to inhale, fill the space, it gets bigger. Exhale, empty the space. Then you might go for the more subtle part of the 3-part breath that the yogis recommend, and that's to put your hands not on your waist, but above it on the lower ribs. Inhale, and those ribs widen like wings. Exhale, they come in. And then the third part of breathing deeply, if you're going to have a 5-second breath, where are you going to put all that air? Well, how you put the last third goes up here up to the collarbones. And then you empty from here first, then the ribs go in, and that kind of happens at the same time, and then the belly, upper belly goes in. So try it. Inhale here, inhale here, inhale here, and then exhale. Empty it like 2 pitchers of water. Your lungs are like pitchers. You want to empty the top of the pitcher first, then the sides, then the bottom. And now, without your hands, just close your eyes and do a couple of those where you're taking to the count of 5,000 on the inhale and to the count of 5,000 on the exhale. And if you can eventually get it up to 7,000, the count of 7 seconds, all of this takes you into more awareness, more clarity, so that whatever you're doing, whoever you're doing it with, you're going to be more and more in touch with your truth and what you're here to do, what you're here to say. Deeper breathing, brings deeper thinking. And pituitary and pineal gland work better when you're not breathing 1 or 2 seconds in and out. Good. That's something sometimes takes practice and reminding, because we don't think about the breath. It's not like our habit, it's not our training. The other thing is your nostrils are like thermostats. The left side of your nose, when you breathe through the left side, it cools you down. And it puts you in touch with your real core self. The brain unifies. Instead of the brain being like a tennis game or a debate, like when you debate yourself and this side says, well, what about this? And the other side, and so you have this conversation going on that's almost like an argument or a debate. When you inhale and exhale through the left nostril, all of a sudden your brain unifies and your mood gets more pleasant. So you could do this one if you're angry, it's really good. You can do this if your mind is like a pendulum and it's going back and forth. It takes about 6 minutes to go through the process of getting bored in the middle. At about 2.5 minutes, you usually get bored. But even I find sitting in a red light for a couple minutes when I'm on the way to teach or something. So put your right thumb on your right side of your nose gently. Inhale through the left nostril. Exhale through your O mouth. Inhale left nostril. Doing that same deeper breath. And keep going, a few more. Spine and back of neck need to be straight and long for the lungs to have room to breathe fully. One more. Now that is a breath that if you do 6 minutes of it, especially if you're upset, drink a full glass of water, just chug it. Cool water, not cold. And do that breath for 6 minutes and realize at about the middle, 2.5, 3 minutes, you're probably going to get bored and go, I don't want to do it anymore. You want to try to persist and go through that. Then at the end, just take your hands up and stretch yourself. Take a breath and inhale. Palms are facing the ceiling. Inhale. Lean to the side while you're holding the breath, and do that a couple times and then relax. That is one of my favorite breaths because it's just so able to change your mood and to put you in a more pleasant state of mind. And this can be helpful, obviously, anytime. If you're on family vacation, family reunion, a business deal that's high pressure, whatever, it's a really good, you get upset by the news, whatever, it's a really good tool that's very hard to remember when you're upset, that there is a tool that can help you get unupset in 6 minutes. But the reason I've been doing this stuff my entire life is it works. And I'm not here to try to tell you that it works without you just experimenting with it, and you find out, does it work for you? It works for me. May or may not work for you, but you won't know until you try it. Take care and make the best of your day.